Solo ads made easy. Introduction. I want to start by giving you a background on solo ads. Here's how I define solo ads for the purpose of this training. A solo ad is an email advertisement that you will purchase from someone else in your niche that has an email list. That person will send your email advertisement out to their list, recommending that their subscribers take a look at your ad. That's my formal definition of solo ads. When you think about purchasing a solo ad, you're purchasing an email that's going to be sent out to somebody who is in your niche that has subscribers on their list who meet your target market. In that email, there is going to be either a link to an opt-in page so that people can become subscribers on your list, or there will be a link to a sales page if you prefer to build your list with buyers instead of subscribers. I'm going to teach you how to find people in your niche from whom to purchase solo ads. I'll also give you some of the details for how you can continually grow your list over time through the use of these solo ads. When to avoid commercial solo ad providers. Before I get into the core techniques, I want to warn you to be careful with commercial solo ad providers. What I'm going to teach you is how to find people whose list you can mail, so you can purchase solo ads from individuals who are in the business of building a quality niche list just like you are. I want to contrast that against a commercial solo ad provider. What is a commercial solo ad provider? That is generally someone who has created a list for the express purpose of selling you a mailing to their list. What happens here is, if someone is in the business only of getting as many clicks as possible to your email advertisement, so that you will purchase that solo ad from that individual, their goal is to find as many subscribers as possible who like to click ads. That's their goal at least. That's their secondary goal. Their first goal is to sell as many solo ads as possible. Somehow, they need to get folks on their list. So they're perhaps going to buy a solo ad to somebody else's list so that they can get, say, 10K subscribers on their list. Maybe they buy 100 solo ads, get 100 subscribers from each solo ad, and now they have a list of 10K solo ad subscribers. Then they sell 2 solo ads a day, morning and night, and send this list of 10K your ad in the morning, somebody else's in the afternoon, somebody else's the next morning, somebody else's in the afternoon. What happens to the quality of this list? It just goes down and down and down and down. As a result of this, if you buy solo ads from those types of commercial solo ad providers, you're not going to get the kind of results that you can get from solo ads. I think that this is where some of the confusion has come in with solo ads. When we have a discussion about solo ads, and I say, hey, I ran a solo ad and did really well with it, then next week, I say phrase, be really careful with solo ads. There's a real disconnect there. The problem is, I'm using the word solo ad to describe 2 different things. They're both solo ads, and that's why I'm using that word to describe both things. In one case, I'm using the word solo ad to describe what originally was a solo ad, an email ad drop with a reputable niche list. That is where you contact an individual and you say, hey, can I mail to your list, and what's it going to cost me? Now, because of all these commercial solo ad providers, you might be thinking when you hear solo ad provider, okay, let me go to this list of 25 people who sell solo ads, because I bought the list somewhere, and it's a great list and everybody's really excited about it. I'm just going to go buy a bunch of solo ads and build a list. Because you heard me say in one breath, I bought a solo ad and it converted. I've used solo ads to generate traffic. Maybe you didn't hear me say why. You don't want to buy those commercial solo ads. I just want to be really clear here that you're going to go out and you're going to find solo ads to lists who are not mailed a whole lot of solo ads. Instead, the list has been built for the purpose of monetizing it in-house. When you mail a solo ad to a list that's been built in-house, it's going to be mailed to a strong list, just like if you mailed to my list, or you've mailed to your list. You're building a strong list of quality people who really trust you. Let's just say someone did come to you and they said, "Hey, I've got something I offer that I believe would be valuable to your subscribers. Would you be interested in mailing it to your list? For a fee or a payment, of course." Let's just say that you say, "I might be interested. Let me see the offer. How much are you interested in paying?" And the person says, "Well, I'll give you $300 for mailing this offer out to your list." You look at it and you think that will really help my list. Yes, I'll take the $300, and you mail it out to your list. If you only do that once or twice a month, you and your client, the person that bought that solo ad from you, are likely going to get a good response from that mailing. We contrast that from what I just shared with you, where somebody's mailing twice a day these third-party offers, and conversion just really tends to go down. Now, having said all of that, you can try out and test solo ad providers from the commercial sources. Just be sure and test each one individually for not only new subscribers, but for sales. Commercial solo ad sellers can be an easy way to get fast leads. But if you spend $1,000 and get 1,000 leads who never ever buy, then it's not a good investment. All of that said, test and try solo ad providers, but recognize the possible pitfalls. 2 sources of solo ad providers: http://udemy.com/. That's a powerful solo ad source, or you can purchase one of these solo ad trainings, or Rolodexes that give additional commercial solo ad training or lists of solo ad providers. How do you find solo ads in your niche? You're going to find other people who have lists, and then you're going to go out and ask them if you can buy a mailing to their lists. In a sentence, that's exactly what you're going to do. I'm going to give you step by step exactly what to do and how to do it. The very first thing that you're going to do is you are going to build your own private in-house list of other people who have lists in your niche. You may want to open a new email address, so you can use a throwaway email address, or you can use another email address that's on your server. This is going to be a separate email address. You're going to join everybody's list in your niche. Now, if you're in a huge niche, you may not want to join everybody's list. You want to join 50 or 100 lists in your niche. You're going to get emails from the lists you've joined. Some people may mail once or twice a day. If you join 100 lists on your main email address and everybody sends out 1 email a day, you're going to get an extra 100 emails to your inbox. It's going to be distracting. Set up a new email address. Again, you're going to join everybody's list in your niche that you can possibly join. I'm going to give you a few creative ways to do that quickly in just a moment. However, before I give that to you, I want to say this. You may find that you're already a member of 3 or 4 lists. You may find that some of the people whose list you're on send you, from time to time, offers to get on someone else's list. There's an organic process here. In the course of reading your email, you can unsubscribe from the main list and resubscribe with email address you're doing this monitoring from. Get them all into that central location. You're going to want them in a central location that you can scroll through them. I'll teach you that in just a moment. Make an effort to join every list possible when the opportunity arises. In 30 days, you may be on 15 or 20 or 25 lists anyhow. You want to make this happen really quickly. Publicizing solo ads, as-in solo or standalone advertising, is perhaps the most result-oriented advertising tool an internet marketer can deploy to rise his business and accept you are a marketing wizardry. With some ingenious ways to drive traffic to your site, you would be improvident not to use Ezzine's solo adverts to make your opt-in list. The benefits are too numerous, and the drawbacks too minimal to disregard it. How Ezzine's solo works: if you have a sector, product, or service to promote, then it is common sense to apply Ezzine's solo. Solo means one, unaccompanied single. Thus, a solo ad is a standalone. It shares the page with no other adverts and is 100% guaranteed to be seen. The advertiser buys a slot from the publisher, and his advert is placed and sent out to every single email on the newsletter's opt-in list. For the really big Ezzines, this could be thousands of interested subscribers voluntarily listening as you make your sales pitch. You couldn't ask for a better opportunity as an affiliate marketer or online business proprietor. Benefits of Ezzine's solo ads: it is a relatively affordable way to sell your way to the top. The average cost per thousand or CPM of a solo ad is less than $3. What this means is that for a monthly budget of $100, you can speak directly to millions of people of your choosing. Yes, that is what you do when you buy selected Ezzine's solo adverts. You simply borrow the publisher's opt-in list and take your goods to them. There can't be many smarter ways to build your own list. Ezzine advertising is a targeted one. You get to choose your desired audience. You have Ezzines in various niches: sports, religion, IT, politics, etc. So it becomes easy to pick an Ezzine related to your niche. The possibility of the advert treated as spam is zero, because it is sent directly to the inboxes of people who have agreed to receive the newsletter regularly. In some cases, subscribers to the newsletter earn credit bonuses for actually reading the mail. Another ingenious way to promise the mail is read. Getting the best from Ezzine's solo ads. You may have a fantastic advert strategy. That is terrific. But your product and the sales pitch must match the strategy, otherwise you may as well flush your money down the drain. In effect, your product and the sales strategy must be right if you hope to lock in the expected traffic from your Ezzine's solo advert. Your product or service must be useful and of good quality. Get a good related Ezzine, one with quality content to subscribe to. Get to know the publisher and let him/her know your advert plans. You need to be sure you are both on the same page before you purchase the solo advert slot. Your ad must be simple, short, and well laid out. It must be unambiguous and informative. Give compact instructions and preferably direct traffic to your landing page where you can easily get emails. Track the impact. You can do that manually or by ad tracker. You want to be sure the advert is generating the necessary buzz. The intelligent move today to help drive traffic to your website, blog, squeeze page, or opt-in list is to develop an excellent solo advert for any of the over 1,000 Ezzines in diverse niches listed online. That is guaranteed to drive traffic your way, increase your opt-in list, and leave your PayPal account bulging. Write solo ads that work. One technique that is not used often enough is the inclusion of a testimonial in solo ads. Since you are using real testimonials on your site, you should also take advantage of them in your solo ads. It will make your ad more credible and increase the level of trust your readers have for you. You will find a lot of ads that look spammy and are complete garbage. You can use the support of a testimonial to make your ads stand out and get your readers to believe in the product or service you are supplying. It will offer your ad the helping hands it requires. You should make your solo ads more like pre-sell ads and not ads parse, as you want to present your product and its benefits to the reader but not hard sell to them. You will increase your conversion rates and find it much easier to get your message across to the readers by using testimonials. You could take it further by using testimonials in the subject line. You can also collect the contact information of your prospects and increase the effectiveness of your ads by offering them a gift in your ad. You can sell your product by following up after you get their contact information. By driving your traffic to your opt-in page rather than your sales page, you will find that your conversion rates will increase dramatically. This will give you the opportunity to follow up with your prospects and convince them about your product until they buy it. You should use a conversational tone in your ads. When you write, you need to do it just like you speak. However, you do want to keep the slang to a minimum. You want people to easily read it and understand it, which means it needs to be focused and simple. It should be a one-to-one tone, where you should use the word you more than I. You simply need to be yourself, and make sure to keep paragraphs and sentences short. To avoid irritating people, make sure that your ad is similar to an article. You can give people great information in your solo ad that emulates an article, and make the suggestion that they visit your website if they want to learn more. Most people are successful with this approach to solo ads because it doesn't appear like they are making a sales pitch. In conclusion, advertising in e-zines isn't very complicated. It's just a matter of knowing what to do and when it needs to be done. This article clearly proves that solo ads can be complicated and messy if you aren't applying these simple strategies. Thus, to ensure the success of your follow e-zine advertising campaign, you need to make sure you have a plan. Getting instant leads. E-zine promoting is one amongst the most effective ways that to drive network promoting traffic to your website. By finding the most effective e-zines or newsletters to advertise your network marketing opportunity, you'll be certain to create a network marketing downline very quickly over the internet. An e-zine is by perform an online newsletter that's used to disseminate data onto subscribers' emails. Below are some reasons why advertising your solo ads on alternative people's e-zines is terribly effective. The list owner already has a reputable relationship built along with his or her list. By virtue of the publisher's goodwill, the traffic that they drive to your website can be highly targeted. Optimum results will be experienced if it's a case of a network marketing list, listening to a network marketing upline or leader. The vehicle of delivery is kind of direct and incisive. When the e-zine publisher conducts mass emailing to their list, targeted recipients will click on the ads and be directed promptly to your lead capture page or blog. Each broadcast provides a rapid platform to get traffic and leads in a terribly short period of time. In an exceedingly recent campaign, I spent as nominal as $40 to get 150 leads and 3 sales for my network promoting product. The 3 sales already cover my advertising price, and I still have 147 prospects to sell to over the course of the following few months. Here are the principal things to seam out for when you are purchasing solo ads. You must ascertain if the list owner has broadcasted similar ads or product before. This by purpose will cushion you from imminent risk in cases where the publisher has not tested their list with the sort of your product. You are doing not need to be the guinea pig and throw your advertising greenbacks down the gutter. Watch out to not fall for the hundreds of thousands of subscribers gimmick. You need to be skeptical about offers of email blasts that appear too sensible to be true, like for instance, 100,000 for $50. Watch out on this, as some rogue publishers could have acquired an unresponsive list from anywhere. A ton of spammers exploit this attention grabber, and that's why you may realize all kinds of junk in your spam folder. A smart approach to optimizing response to your campaign is to ask the list owner to endorse your product instead of creating the ad yourself. Logically, the house owners have developed a special relationship with their lists. Thus, they are best suited to promote your product effectively. As an astute and shrewd marketer, your May would like to separate take a look at with all sorts of ezine publishers and use different solo ads fronts. The results will differ from one publisher to a higher. And even during this obverse, it's still wise not to put all of your eggs in one basket. Selling solo ads, writing your solo ads, not rocket science at all. This article itself is a visual example of what good solo ads look like. It's a little longer than most solo ads are, but hey, it's an illustration of one. Bullet point your solo ads, just like you see here. Solo ads are all about skim reading. People cruise through them at warp speed, so make a bullet point and back it up really quick. Your solo ad titles, easy as 1, 2, 3. Solo ads with great titles will sell your product. Just look at the headings here in bold text. They are basically section titles. You're still reading, so it's working. That's what your solo ads to make people do. Read them. Then you'll sell big time. Say it. Don't hold back, say it. Hey, guess what? You can put your website address in your solo ads more than once. Why not increase your chances of people visiting your site and opting in? Call me to action, baby. When your solo ads have strong calls to action or combinations of persuasive words, that's what gets people to your website. It's a good idea to put a call to action just before your website address each time you include it in your solo ad. Domain names, a slick solo ad selling trick. Domain names can be cool things to persuade you readers with too. For example, you can buy a domain name that's part of the title in your solo ad, ties into the text, your product, and makes your ad look snappy. You can buy a domain name for each ad really cheap. It's worth the $3, $10, because usually the more domain names you buy at once, the less they cost. Getting cheap solo ads and chopping down ad prices. You can find really cool ezine publishers who actually give you an office phone to call them, who answer it. They often offer you cut prices on your solo ads because you're probably going to be a repeat customer. A warning about solo ads and spam. Use a spam checker before you ever submit your solo ads, or they may never see the light of day. In other words, get delivered. There are plenty of good quality free spam checkers. This is a friendly suggestion. Find, download, and use one to analyze your ads before you submit them. You can get people on the way out the door. Put a P.S. message in your solo ads to keep your readers' interest down to the last sentence. In fact, you can use a P.S. more than once. Studies show the second P.S. gets the best response, so make that one a strong call to action. Okay, this is the big secret. This is how you seal the deal. Get leads and make sales. Make your own website that ties into the title, domain name, and text in your solo ads. The more your solo ads content and website relate, the more leads your ads will generate, the more sales you'll make. That's it. That's the game. I hope this helps you. Solo ads are great, but there are many ways to generate leads. To learn about that are more targeted and don't cost a dime.